guys, and welcome to my second grade class. I'm so glad you're here to learn about the lesson plan that I have created about how we can learn about food and nutrition, and we can relate it back to all of the kids, and they can learn this basic life skill. So this is for second graders. So in order to begin this lesson, I want to begin by telling you guys it's called Your Food, My Food, and Our Food. So we're going to have all of the kids meet morning meeting on the square all together. So that when everyone comes and sits down, please. All right, silent move. All right, so after everyone is quiet and we all have met together for morning meeting, we're going to talk about a book and start this lesson plan with these little kids about how the nutrition and the base of how important food is for our body and our well-being and why we need to eat it every single day. So we're going to have read this book the day before, and this book is called Good Enough to Eat by Lizzie Rockwell. So basically, we're going to sit down and review the book with the kids and talk to them about how it's a story about a book, how a boy and his family do lots of fun things together, and they eat lots of meals together. And the boy is wondering why, after he eats, he feels so much better, and it explains how, in order to feel better and fight germs and stay warm and staying not cold and healing your body when you get injured and living life and energizing your body, you have to eat lots of food. But when we eat lots of food, we're getting vitamins, minerals, and fats, and all of these healthy things that are going to make us strong and tough and amazing people in the future. So this book is telling us all of these things and all of the healthy foods that we can eat in order to do this. So after I review this book with the kids, I'm going to ask them, what is the importance of food and why are we even eating it? And how does it connect to our other parts of our life? So after we are done talking about the Good Enough to Eat book, then we're going to move on to this other book that I felt explained so well how the whole world is connected and how food comes from different parts of the world, and there's so many different meals that we can eat in our days, but we're all interconnected and we're all family and we're all a team. And so this book that I thought was amazing to describe this, How to Make an Apple Pie and See the World. Making an apple pie is really very easy. First, get all the ingredients at the market. Mix them well, bake and serve. Unless, of course, the market is closed. What do we do if the market is closed? Anyone? In that case, go home and pack a suitcase, take your shopping list and some walking shoes, then catch a steamship bound for Europe. Use the 6 days on board to brush up on your Italian. Is anyone from Italy? If your time is right, you'll arrive in Italy at harvest time. Find a farm deep in the countryside. Gather some suburb semolina, wheat, an armful or two will do. Then, after we get that, we're going to hop on a train to France and locate the chicken. Has anyone been to France? French chickens lay eggs, bloop, and you want only the finest ingredients for your pie. Coax the chicken to give you an egg. Better yet, bring the chicken with you. There's less chance of breaking the egg that way. Get to Sri Lanka any way you can. Here they are in Sri Lanka. You can't miss it. Sri Lanka is a pear-shaped island in the Indian Ocean. The best cinnamon in the world is made there, from the bark of the native Karundo tree, so go directly to the rainforest. Find a Karundo tree and peel off some bark. If a leopard is napping beneath the tree, be very quiet. Shh. She's picking. Hitch a ride to England. Make the acquaintance of a cow. You'll know she's an English cow from her good manners and charming accent. Ask if you can borrow a cup of milk or two. Even better, bring the whole cow with you to the freshest possible results. Fresher the food, the sooner we get it. stow away on a banana boat headed home to Jamaica. On your way there, you can pick up some salt. Fill a jar with salty seawater. When the boat docks in Jamaica, walk to the nearest sugar plantation. Introduce yourself to everyone. Tell them about the pie you're making. Then go into the fields and cut a few stalks of sugar cane. Better fly home. You don't want the ingredients to spoil. Wait a minute. Are you forgetting something? What about the apples? Have the pilot drop you off in Vermont. You won't have to go far to find an apple orchard. Pick 8 rosy apples from the top of the tree. Boop, boop, boop. Give 1 to the chicken, 1 to the cow, and eat one yourself. That leaves 5 for the pie, then hurry home. Now all you have to do is mill the wheat and the flour, grind the corn, evaporate the seawater, put the sugar in, put this. So many things we have to do here. But they're all connected. We did it from multiple different countries. Remember that apple pie is delicious topped with vanilla ice cream, which you can get at the market. But if the market happens to be closed, you can eat it plain, and everyone is eating it together. Well, wasn't that book just amazing? Is anyone from any of these countries? Yes. I mean, does anyone relate to any of these having to go to multiple different places to get their foods, multiple different places to cook their dinners, and eat their meals with their families? There's just so many different ways that it all connects, and we're all connected in our acquaintances to all one plate together. But we all come from multiple different countries and different places in the world. But it's so exciting that we can all share one meal together and get our foods from the same places, but all from different places at the same time. So who is ready to learn about the foods of our friends and the different foods that we haven't even tried yet and eaten yet, and the many different friends' foods that we don't even know about yet? Does anyone want to raise their hand if they want to go to a station around the room and learn about these different types of foods that our peers and our friends also eat, maybe on a daily basis? All right, everyone, get into your tables. You're going to see on the tables, there's going to be 4 different tables, and on each different table, there is going to be a plate, and the plate is going to have everyone's name on it. So if everyone could please find their seat at the table, and then we can discuss what we're going to do next. So once everyone has sat down, we want to tell all of the kids that you can either, when you're forming your plate of food with you, yourself, the foods you eat, and you're learning about the peers of your others, that there is going to be 4 different quadrants. So I'm going to have 4 different quadrants on my plate, as you can see, and there's going to be your name in the center of it. So if you guys can notice on the board, we are going to be learning about Hispanic culture, Spanish-speaking people, and then that's going to be in your first quadrant in the top left corner. And then we're going to be learning about African cultures. That's going to be in the top right corner. And then we're going to be learning about Caucasian foods, English-speaking American families. And that is going to be in table quadrant 3. And then we're going to be learning about Asian cultures, which is different Chinese and Japanese speaking cultures. And we are going to be doing that food group in quadrant 4. So everyone, raise your hand if you are sitting at Hispanic culture. Raise your hand if you're African. Raise your hand if you're Caucasian. Raise your hand if you're Asian. All right, so once everyone knows what quadrant they're in now. Okay, so me and the TA are gonna walk around and we're gonna tell you guys about all of the super healthy, what the food benefits are, and all of the benefits of all of the foods at your table. So you guys are gonna have the option to use the comparisons of the foods on the tables, and what we're going to do is you're going to have little cutouts of the foods. So let's say we're at the Asian table, and we're going to have little cutouts of little sushis. that we'll have cut out for the kids so that it makes it easier for them, so they can focus more on how it's connected with the culture and the traditions instead of focusing on the craft of it and the cutting of it. And then we're going to have some pasta for the Caucasian culture and the corn dogs and the American foods. And we're going to have the pizzas. And then for the African cultures, we're going to have the chickens and the vegetables and the rice. And we have those cut out for you here. And then we're also going to have cut out those silverware to make it easier for them. So the forks and the spoons we'll have cut out for them. And all they have to do with this is glue it. So there'll be glue sticks at every table, and we'll want to warn the kids to be careful not to get glue all over our fingers. So we're going to pull the magic cap off, and then we're going to look at our plate, and I'm Katie, and my plate, I am currently at table 1 with the Hispanic culture food. So I'm going to walk around and help them glue their little taco. Glue the little taco. And everyone glue the little taco, push it on. And then we're going to sit there and we're going to talk about, have you had that taco before? I've never had that taco. I eat that taco all the time. My family has tacos and rice, and I grew up in Mexico, and I speak Spanish in my family household. So we're going to walk around and discuss about how we eat these foods and how exciting and fun it is for us. And if the kids want a challenge, we can have the foods not cut out yet, and so they can cut it out themselves. But most of the time for the second graders, it would be best if we have it cut it out to cut out the danger. And then once we have, we're gonna go then on over to Jared's plate, who doesn't have anything on it yet. So he's sitting at the Caucasian culture, and he's gonna have the options on his table. So his option's gonna be to do either pasta, pizza, burger, French fries, and he's gonna pick pasta because he's always had pasta and he loves pasta. So he's gonna put that on his plate, and he's gonna tell his friends about how amazing the pasta is. And then, he loves to use the spoon and the fork for the pasta. It's very helpful. It's very exciting. And then we can look, and once we have it, we're sitting with our peers after we've gone around all 4 of the stations, and it takes about 6 minutes each per station. We'll get to, at the end, look at our plate, and we get to see all of our friends on the plate, all of our friends together. And it's so exciting because I maybe have had that sushi food, or my family is African and we grew up eating more African-based foods. So I get to explain that and be proud of my identity and my self-awareness. And so then we're going to sit down all together with our plates, all together as a class in the meeting spot together, and we're going to talk about as a class how exciting that was, and if anyone wants to share with the class about some of their favorite foods that they put on their plate. And we're going to talk about why it's so good for us and so healthy and makes us big and strong and tough, and how food is so amazing for us and all of the benefits of us and how our world is all interconnected even though we don't all live together. We all are eating the same foods. Thank you, class. Thank you, class, for listening to my lecture on my food, your food, and our food. And I can't wait for you guys to try more foods at home and just be able to bond with your friends about all the amazing foods that everyone is eating, all of their homes that you maybe aren't seeing, but someone else is eating. And then at the end, we're gonna pass around play food that matches with all of these different foods, and this play food so that we don't bother and hurt anyone with any allergies. Thank you for watching.